bombs were found on their way to Trump critics today, two to former VP Joe Biden and one to actor Robert De Niro. That makes 10 devices so far, including 2 to Congresswoman Maxine Waters and 1 each to President Barack Obama and former Attorney General Eric Holder. The investigation is centering on Florida, as the return address on all of them was Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. This afternoon, New York City Police Commissioner James O'Neill said the packages contain, quote, live devices that should be treated with the utmost seriousness. Joining us right now is Congressman Bennie Thompson, the ranking Democrat on the Homeland Security Committee, and he joins us by phone from Mississippi. Congressman Thompson, glad to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Roland.
Latest information that you have received, obviously the FBI and others are investigating this. This is of serious concern to have this many devices that they say are live devices going to Democrats.
Well, absolutely, and I just had a briefing by the Secret Service on their part in this, and clearly it's an ongoing investigation. It's one that concerns a lot of us. Some of the people were people being protected by the Secret Service, but a lot of the other ones, ordinary citizens, and to the good work of the postal inspectors and some other people, we're trying to work through that. But it's an unfortunate situation. It's an act of domestic terrorism that I believe has been manifested by Donald Trump's rhetoric. And I'm being straightforward. Everybody on the list is a Democrat. Everybody on the list he's talked about in one form or fashion on numerous occasions. And there are some crazy folk out here, Roland. And if you hear the President of the United States saying body slam somebody, or if you get locked up, I'll get a lawyer to get you out. Some people take that for what it's worth and say, well, that means if I do something, he might protect me. And that's the kind of language that I think Donald Trump has been putting out there, that some of these folk who, for whatever reason, believe it. And that's not who we are as a country. We stand for right, but we also want people to understand that freedom of assembly and speech is granted, and you just can't be a bully just because you're the president.
Also, Congressman Thompson, obviously Donald Trump a couple of days ago called for unity, but then yesterday called for unity, but then today on social media went right back to attacking the media, blaming them for this, accepting no responsibility whatsoever. Now, granted, we don't know the motive. We don't know the person behind this. We don't know any of this. We don't know if this is Russia or some other country who's actually doing any of this. But clearly, when you have a president who just cannot resist himself for attacking everyone else, this is not how leaders lead.
Well, you're absolutely correct. He is the elected leader of the United States of America. He has to set a standard that other countries would want to emulate. He has lowered the standard to about as low it can go, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But more important, Roland, is the fact that we as a country historically have been open and available to oppressed people. We understand individual differences, and that's what has made us great. Now our elected president decides that it's all about him, and anybody that disagrees with him, he attacks. I have a grandson who's 13 years of age. If that becomes a standard, what can I tell him? He said, Papa, if the president talks about people, why can't I do it? So there are some real life issues that the president has just destroyed by all this attacking of people. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, a good sister. If you disagree with her, fine. In America, we settle our differences at the ballot box. We don't send a bomb to you because I disagree with you. And I think that's the misinterpretation that's occurring with all this rhetoric from Trump.
All right, then. Well, Congressman Bennie Thompson, we're certainly watching this story as it develops. It is certainly a scary one, and we thank you for joining us to explain what you know thus far.
Thanks for having me.